Today I want to show you the comparison of what Darien, Georgia looked like pre-Civil War to what it looks like today. This is a drawing or a representation of what the Darien waterfront looked like in 1835. This was before the Civil War. So all this was burned during the Civil War, but look how interesting this looks. You can see the Tabby structures that are west of the bridge. They're now just probably about 2 or 3 feet high Tabby ruins right by the waterfront. And then right here is the Adams Train building. You can see the Adams Train building was built in 1814. It's still there back then in 1835 and still there today. It's one of the buildings that survived the Civil War burning. But you can see this whole area right here is those Tabby ruins you see today. If you go by the waterfront, go by Skippers and go over to left under the bridge, right there in that area you'll see these Tabby ruins. But you see how different the landscape looked in Darien in 1835 compared to today. But you could also see where the road is, where Highway 17, future Highway 17, would be what they call it, Walton Street. Now I'm looking at the Tabby ruins on the west side of Highway 17, or the bridge over here near the Adams Train building, near Skipper Seafood. This is where the Tabby was pre-Civil War, or antebellum, right out here. So this also consisted of different things. See that? And they go all the way down until in front of this Adams Train building. But these Tabby ruins were a big commercial area pre-Civil War. And a lot of business was running out here. There was a warehouse. It was the Darien Cotton Exchange, ship chandlery, naval stores, all kinds of stuff was out here. A saloon, taverns, all kinds of stuff was out here in this area. But all these buildings were destroyed during the burning of Darien in 1863. He burned this whole area, plus the other side on the east side of the bridge, or Highway 17. But each one of these buildings was probably a warehouse. The bigger ones were probably warehouses, naval stores, chandleries, saloons, different things over time. And this right here in front of the Adams Train building was also a warehouse too as well. But this was the only part they used after the Civil War. After the Civil War, this was used as a shed for lumber, because this was a big sawmill area right over here. There was a sawmill set right over there. The Sansevilla sawmill set over there. So this was like a warehouse for their lumber right here. This was the only thing used after the Civil War. So it had a little, probably roof and everything on it, because it was probably connected with the Adams Train building. And also the Adams Train building, just recently refurbished, built in 1814, was one of the buildings that survived the burning of Darien in 1863. But you can tell this is a big, this is used as a warehouse, because I find this information out on the Sanborn maps. It shows you what things were in the 1800s. Well, by 1880, 1885, this was used as a storage area. I'm sure some of these other ones were too. But these were all like stores. And this whole area right here, before the Civil War, looked totally different. This whole landscape, all the way down, looked different. Up there on the bluff looked differently. Adams Train building was here, but all the rest of this was looked very different. After the burn of the Civil War, they built new stuff out here and just left these ruins here. But back in the day, this is where you'd go, because everything was on the water back then. The ships came in, all business was done through the water. And these were their businesses at the time. Made the Tabby, that's what they used as their solid firmament, also concrete.